super tight down. Woo! There we go. Oh my gracious. It is freezing out here. Wait for some people to come in, see how Starlink's working today. Good morning from Alaska. Here we go. See if anybody comes in. Anybody? One person, hello? Headed out. Jack Kobe, what's up? It's freezing out here. It was just snowing. Snowed up maybe an inch at my house. You like the winter? Oh, white gorilla! Here we go. I couldn't find my glasses this morning. I could see pretty well, but like the tiny little writing, I gotta lean in. I'm nearsighted. I got some stuff to go over today. I got the it's in there. Oh man, what could it be? We'll wait till some people get in here. Yeah, well, we need to pray for Mikey. Mikey is lost at sea. They found his boat flipped over, no motor on it. Down in Baja. They found the boat near shore. The solo skiff, motorized kayak. The Mexican Marines found it. And they found it was flipped over. No Mikey, no motor on the boat. I guess they found it yesterday afternoon. I don't know. There was a picture of it in the daylight. YouTube algorithm popped up on my phone. Yeah, I'd expect that I'd pop up on your phone. Something else pop up? Did I start buffering already? There might be some snow on my Starlink. Let me look. Bunch of water on it. What, the Mikey's boat? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite fishing channel. I always told the guy he was my favorite fishing channel on YouTube. And now he's gone unless they can find him in the rocks or something, you know, up on the coast. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Good morning, Kat. I might have to come back in. I don't know. My Starlink dish is all covered with water. I'm doing all right. Hola, hello, Sri Lanka. You guys got me? Am I live? Headed out on the ocean today. Gonna try and get out on the ocean bar. Seeing a little bit of a breeze right now. Might blow me back up into the bay. We'll see. It's supposed to be pretty nice. But supposed to be and is are two different things. It's usually good morning, Apache. Hey. Papa, thank you for the support, thank you for membership. We already got the poo flying. Oh my goodness. I got a good amount of coffee in me already. I think I'm on my third cup of coffee. We'll make a short journey today. I got to be in by 5 to get Holly, you know. Quarter to 5 or so, she's done her work. I seem different. I got no glasses on. Well, I couldn't find them this morning. Good morning, Randy. Thank you for support. Thank you for membership. Yeah, we're praying for Mikey. I thought it was somebody else yesterday because Gary said it was Mickey, and I'm like, oh, Mickey, no, that's not him. No, it's definitely Mikey. The way it looks, I just pray that he knew Jesus because it seems like he's probably not around here anymore. He was always real spiritual, but he never named the name of Jesus as his Lord and Savior, which is disturbing. You gotta pick, you know, which way you're gonna go. You can't have them all. You need to have the one that matters. Yeah, it's pretty cold. But we don't know. Maybe he was a believer. We hope so. And maybe they still find him, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. They found the kayak, the motorized kayak. They found it flipped over. They found the vessel flipped over with no motor on it right near shore. It's possible that he took the motor off to paddle it, or that, you know, he swam to shore and then the kayak was flipped over afterwards. But it doesn't look good, you know. They always say stay with the boat until it absolutely sinks under the water. But sure enough, they found the boat, but there was no Mikey. And I don't know how you flip one of those things over. It's not easy to flip the boat over like that. And it's not like he was out there and he just got flipped and then he got drowned. He lost power and he was on the radio with the authorities, Mayday, and he was talking to them. And then after all that, they couldn't find him. And like 30 hours later or something, maybe 40 hours later, they found the kayak flipped over. So now they're looking on the beach for him, because it's really a remote, desolate area around there. Good morning, Yoshi! Russell the master! Yeah, it doesn't look good, Russell. We can pray for him. Lord, we just lift Mikey up to you, God. We just pray for a good result, that he be found in the rocks, Lord, safe, God. And if not, Lord, we just pray that he knows you, God. Just ask that you have mercy on him, Lord, and bring him to yourself. Yeah, Lord, we just, I don't think any of our faith is perfect. We just depend on you for everything, God. We ask that you look out for Mikey. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Yeah, I got all his fishing channel stuff is on my phone. Keeps playing. I'm headed out on the ocean myself today. It's not safe here either. Let me put my poles down. I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's plug you guys in here. Uh-oh. Board's on the floor. Might have got wet. Looks wet. So we're going out kind of where we coho fish now. Yeah, the Hoochie pack. Let's see, you guys remember when I fished the summer? This summer and fall I had the bucktail. Here it is. From Grand Slam bucktail! I caught hundreds and hundreds of fish with that one fly. And now we got a pile of them. Let's look. So I usually run these with a 6-aught hook. He sent me some bigger ones, but here they are. It's like a salmon fly, and it's got that great eye on it there. See that? We got the standard. Ah! Green and blue. That's what I usually use, the green and blue. And then I told the guy I would put it on YouTube, and he sent me this big, the Magnum version that's like as big as my head, see? And he sent me some of these creamsicle color, which I might try today actually. And I mostly ordered these. I ordered $100 worth, and then he sent me a bunch of extras. He sent me a couple of the big giant ones. Here's a blue one. They got a great eye on them. And they're real tough. They got a tube through them. Yeah, love them. Grand Slam bucktails. They did! Yeah, they work good. I mean, I have one that I've saved for all, I've had it for a long time. A couple years ago, I think 2 years ago in the spring, I got into a bite. I got like 35 on one of those bucktails. I had a day where I caught 35, and I was tuning them up with this which one was it? The green one, the standard one, the like like this one. Green and... Woo, man, they were just killing that thing. I think it was on a white flasher, or... No, it was on a flasher with a blinky light on it. A green and glow flasher with a blink light on it. Yeah, I just made a short out of that little presentation. I'll put it on my channel. I probably should do like an unboxing, a regular video with it, but it's kind of late now. He gave me a bucktail grand slam, a buck. See, if I switch it around, you can see the sticker like this. Grand slam, a bucktail, the buck. Let's get you some buck. Woo, the buck. Yeah! I need to get a timer because I can make shorts now. They're 49-second shorts, but it's hard to time it out, you know, like when I'm doing the content, and then I look at the short and there's always a bunch of fooey in there that didn't look good. Let's see if I can get this thing. I'll put it up. You can see what I put it right here. Grand slam, bucktails, buck. Might be better if I put it like forward on the boat so you can see it when I pan up the front of the boat here. To put it on my ceiling. Put it on the... I'll put it right here. What do you think I put it like? I put it right here. What about that? Like that? Is that a good spot for it? Not very many people in today. I wonder if I got a bad signal or what. Must not have a good... Oh, it's not one to stick. That's a whole nother problem there. Stay. Woo! Warm it up. Get it to warm up. Maybe that'll help it stick. There you go. 1 million subs, yeah! You know, I've been getting 1 or 2 every once in a while on these live streams. It's adding up. I mean, better that nobody's leaving. That's good. Alright, we got our poles down. I think the tide might be going out. How's the video quality today? Is it kind of choppy? Oh, JK, what's up? Yeah, that's a good idea. I know that the guy from Betchel and Son Flashers was really happy with the promotion. I think because I had like 113,000 viewers that one day when I was catching him with his flashers, and that couldn't hurt. And then there was the, I did like an unboxing with his flashers that a bunch of people watched. I mean, not like a lot of people, probably 300 people watched the unboxing with them, a regular form video. Maybe that's where the sales came from, I don't know. But these things with fishermen, once they start using something and it works for them, then they'll keep buying it and they'll tell their friends. So, but if nobody in the area has used them, then they don't know about it. I don't know how many people use these bucktails. They're like $8 each, $8.80 I think that was the price on them. But they last almost indefinitely unless you lose them. It's a really well built lure. It's got like a tube, and then it's like it must have like UV epoxy around the glue, around the where they glue that crystal flash to the tube. It is like on there. Like, they were not messing around when they glued that thing on there. Yeah, like I said, the most impressed I've ever been with them was one time during the Spring Kings. They gave us $10 a pound too during that sale. It had been like $9 a pound, but they found a buyer with a better market at the fish plant here. And I brought in 38 kings and on a one-day opener. And then later on, I found it was $10 a pound. And that was when it was with this, man. I was killing them with that thing. Ever since then, I've been looking for it when they'll hit that thing like that again. And I caught quite a few. You know what? Last April, I was getting them with a red flasher and that lure. Like halfway up the wire, I was catching these big fat ones on it. It's got everything to do with the fish, JK. I'm not catching enough fish to keep people's attention. There's some people that understand trolling that are willing to wait around for a bite, but most people, they just want to see the action. That hasn't been any action. If the king salmon start snapping, then they'll probably get more views. That's all right. I got some die-hard supporters, you know, people that come in here every day. It's good. Not worried about it. I just looked at my my YouTube earnings, and it said $525 or something. I don't know what cycle that's for. I don't believe that's a month. I think that must be 2 months. And I just don't know. It seems like they pay me once a month. I'm not sure. But they'll like pay me, and then it'll still be showing it on there that it's like, it's still in the, you know, so say it says it's $547 or whatever it was. But actually, they paid me, already paid me $260, and that $260 is included in that $500. It's, I don't think it's $500, or maybe it's $500 before they take the 40% out. What's up, Johnny? Some more pepper. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, Johnny, I don't know if you're still on here, but man, I got so sick. We were gonna do that pepper eating challenge, and then I got like COVID or something, and I was eating some of those peppers I got from that guy, and honest to goodness, some of them tasted like laundry soap, like they had Tide soap on them or something. So I put some in the freezer, and like I made some hot sauce with some. The hot sauce tasted fine, but you know what? When I made the hot sauce and I cut them open, I put some seeds in my rose pots, and one of them sprouted. So I'm pretty excited. I have my own like death pepper plant coming up. So hopefully I get some fresh peppers. I haven't forgotten about doing the pepper eating. I just not up for it. I got sick. I got really sick, and it's like after you eat something and then you get really sick, you associate that with the sickness. So sure, I didn't get sick from the peppers. I still don't have a real appetite for them right now. I gotta get some new ones. I don't know. Like I just said, my YouTube says I got $500 in, but I don't think that's from this month. I think it's from 2 months. And then you gotta subtract the Starlink. Like, I stream every day, all day long. So I'm not getting anything out of the Starlink except for streaming YouTube. And all the profits from YouTube go into that Starlink. If it's $550 for 2 months, gotta subtract $330 for the Starlink. So, and then you could do the math. It's like 8 hours a day for whatever that is for the stream. It's like I might make $1 an hour doing this or something. It's okay. Well, I've got an indoor garden, so maybe I can make them hatch. Maybe I could get a, I don't know if they're self-pollinating. Right now I only have one plant. One seedling came up. I gotta dig it out of the rose planter before it shoots its roots too far down in there. Give it its own dirt pile. I think it's one of those chocolate ones. Whiskey Bent and Riverbend, what's up? Where fishing has been horrendous, horrible fishing. We're risking everything and headed out to the edge of the open ocean in the middle of the winter. Well, the late fall here. I'm looking at it. Looking at it right now. I'm kind of at the mouth of the protected bay. It looks okay. Yeah, I think I'm in the black, Johnny, considering that, like, if I don't count my time, because I'm here anyway, right, on the boat. I don't like cleaning up the boat or doing any chores anyway, so I'm not missing anything. You guys have kind of keep me company. And, you know, we read the Bible and stuff. That's good for me. It's good for everyone. I don't want to spend $165 a month, though, on that. Fortunately, I got Gary Hoodman and Shannon Cargo are, like, sponsoring this whole thing for now. What's up, Jarvis? That's all right. Yeah, Addicted Fishing. What's that guy's name? I forgot. I've seen him up here. He comes steelhead fishing up here. But I wonder how many, what's they, you know? How many of them is it? They're selling products, though. I gotta get some products, you know? I gotta make my own GLACIER SHARK, you know, hoochie rig with the hooks and everything for sports fishing and push it out maybe next summer. Just sell something. I don't know, build a brand name and then have the Chinese make it for me. Or maybe Filipinos are better, more friendly country. Or the Mexicans. Because to make money off of something like that, there's no way, unless you charge like an extreme amount, which nobody is going to buy mainstream. We'll see. Another thing I could do would be like sell seafood, you know, direct market the seafood from the stream. But Addicted Fishing has a, they have a merchandise line. This is the 4-inch green herring. There. That's the one I usually use. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny, it's like, man, when the fish are biting, the channel is really popping, but this whole Winter King thing where we're just kind of driving around and nothing's happening, people aren't into it. As like the volume of people. I have the regulars that come around. I think a lot of it has to do with everybody wants to hear something out of the Bible every day, which is good. And they want to see the king salmon and maybe learn something about king salmon. Well, I'm about half blind anyway. I can't see that far out there, so it must be okay. I don't know what it is. I got 9,000 subs. You know, after I started YouTube, like maybe 5 years ago, I was making videos. I looked on YouTube and I'm like, wow, all these Alaskan channels have got million subscribers and, you know, 100,000 views on all their videos. But I didn't really understand that, like, a lot of that had to do with the sex appeal of the woman in the video, or, you know, whatever marketing they did. Some of them are really well produced. I thought I could just do a video and it would be popular. Heck no. I made a lot of videos for a lot of years where nobody watched it. You know, I get like 5 views or 20 views, you know. It really, I had one long lining video where I had Killian on the boat, and that one went viral big time. So that's how I got monetized. And then I started streaming, and there's a regular, doesn't seem like you really have to do anything special to be a streamer. You just come on, and helps if you got something unique. But there's so many people on YouTube, they'll feed you some people. Just depends on what kind of people you get. Yeah, it doesn't help me that my boat sounds like a daggone, you know, Sherman tank getting ready to run you over all the time. I should do a little more soundproofing on my boat. It's not impossible. I just got to put some money into it and time. I could soundproof my floor. Cut the noise by probably 25% easy. Right now there's a big hole down into my... There's an open hole. That's, we had to work on the fuel tank over here. I had a fuel tank leak on this side. So we cut the top of the fuel tank off, or cut an access hatch into it so we could repair it. And now there's no floor right there. Well, don't worry, you'll always be able to hear it. It's not going away completely, but I could probably cut down on it. We'll see how they did with this weather forecast. They said 5 foot and 10 knot winds. That's about as good as it gets out here on the ocean. Looks about right. It looks like it might be kind of close together, the waves, but I don't see any white caps. Typically, this time of year, fishing is bunk out here. It's no good. Doesn't get good until Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving's right around the corner, and there's no fish anywhere else, so we might as well try. The water looks pretty dirty. That's not helping anything. When I can remember catching fish out here in the fall, it's always, the water's clean, it's cold, fishing can be really good. But when you come out here and it's not really that cold yet, and the water's dirty, it's like you don't catch anything. You come out here, you don't get nothing. So not catching anything on the winter king fishing thing it's not a new thing. It's just, I probably should go up to the middle of the bay and try that, but like I've already tried that I think twice this fall, and there hasn't been any fish up there. So it's been a while since I've been out there, a couple weeks, but I'm just gonna try and get out to the ocean bar and see what there is. See what happens. If it's too rough or whatever, I'll just go up the bay. The water looks fine right now. I don't like the fact that I'm the only fisherman either. I like to have another boat out here. Although the other boat that's fishing is like, I mean, either one of us could break down, but he's like right on the verge of breaking down. So it's kind of a pain. It could be dangerous too to tow somebody. Running a lathe. You know what? I'm gonna make my new fishing rods. I got those rods I gotta wrap up, and I kind of need a lathe to put my. I got those. What do they call them? EVA, the black foam rod handles. I think you're supposed to turn those on a lathe with some sandpaper or whatever to shape them. My buddy's got a lathe. Maybe I can go put them on his lathe and shape them. Beyond which, I don't even know what shape I want. I'm not sure. Chartreuse flashers, I got one of those. Yeah, I got a glow flasher. I got bait too. I got bait. I mean, if there's a bunch of king salmon around, I should be able to get them. Just kind of seems like sometimes in the winter here, it'll just be a few salmon, and they're kind of like, they come in with the tide, they cross over this bar, and they'll like be swimming through, and there's not very many of them, so like it's hard to hit them on the head. But if the water's kind of clear, they can see your gear and they come get it. I've definitely had some really good days out here. I don't think the last couple of years have been good in November, but a few years ago I remember I came out here like this just to test it out and just started smashing them. I got like 13 or something. And then when I was able to get back out again, I got more. Because like, I could probably get out tomorrow, but I don't know about the next day. Depending on how good it is, you know. I could talk my buddy into coming out here with us and we're going to fish in the rougher water, but it's spooky to come out on the open water in Alaska in the wintertime by yourself. It's real spooky. Especially with Mikey out there missing. I always told that guy that, you know, that's my favorite channel, SD Fishing Sips, and that I don't think people appreciate how dangerous the stuff he's doing is. People are just watching his channel like, oh yeah, Mikey. It's like, he is crazy. What he was doing on that boat is just nuts. Looks like he paid the price. Yeah, we'll see how bad the water is. It looks like it's kind of green. Green is good. It's like, at least it's not gray looking. That's the worst. It does look chalky though. By December, it's usually pretty good out here. It's pretty reliable. Sometimes we gotta wait till later in December. What's up, Longbeard? It's Stats. Hello, Stats. Not bad. It's all right. It's kind of putting out here. Well, I checked my oil. I checked my transmission fluid. I drained a little bit of water. I had like an ounce of water in my ray core. That's not much at all. It's good. And that's the main thing that gets you shut down out here, at least my experience is like, you get water in your fuel and then the waves start rocking your boat around and it fills up your filter. Obviously the boat won't run on water, so it's a classic. You get broken down from the water and then it's hard to get a diesel to start up again. Yeah, that's the thing about Mikey is like, it doesn't look good because his boat was upside down and he wasn't on it. So I don't know how that happened. He might have paddled into shore and then jumped off the boat to swim into shore, and then it's a classic. People go for the beach and then they drown in the rocks, you know. If you just stay on the boat, they'll find you. They found the boat, but he wasn't on there. Chat GPT. I've never used Chat GPT. I don't think it would like me very much. I told Alexa that I thought she was a, you know, bleepity bleep dumb computer AI program and needed to take a hike, take a long walk off a short bridge. She didn't say anything. She didn't have nothing to say. Probably mark me down on a list, you know. I'd stay away from that thing, Stats, unless you need it for work or something. It was snowing hard. That could be a problem for me with the heavy snow where I can't see out my window. I do have a radar, but it's better if you can see. warming up a little bit in here. Maybe the Starlink will have trouble because the boat's going to be moving around. I don't know. I had a lot of trouble streaming in the rain, and then seemed to be okay in the back bay. Pictures move? Yeah, I've heard of that. I've seen it. Thanks for 30 thumbs up. People coming in and out, hitting the like button. Good morning, Eugene! How do I say that? Gurk? Eugene Gurky! Gurk! Gurky! I don't know. We're headed out to the bar. I'm getting ready to cross the finger bar right now. Once I get over the finger, I'll probably go out there and flip my stabilizers in. See what we got out here. Looks like a reasonable weather right now. Light wind and maybe 5 or 6 foot seas. Not too bad. Yeah, we're praying for Mikey from SD Fish and Sips. He's from San Diego, and he's been making an annual trip down to Baja with his solo skiff, and he went out on his solo skiff and the engine broke down. He called Mayday. He talked to the authorities for hours, and they couldn't find him the first day, and maybe the second day they found his kayak flipped over. No Mikey. It was flipped over with no motor on it near shore. The Jetsons. Oh, the old dial-up. I remember that. We thought that was pretty high-tech. Dial up the website. My Starlink makes a sound kind of like that. If you listen to it, it sounds like a bunch of carpenter bees or something cutting wood. I don't like the color of the water, but what are you going to do? Waves are pretty big too. But I'm coming up on this bar. The waves are probably bigger on this finger bar here. It's like 6-7 foot. Yeah, well, Patrick, it's underway. The search is underway for the guy. Yeah, he had the Mayday out. Figured that they would have found him right away, but they didn't. Fog came in, and they couldn't. Heavy fog. He didn't have any kind of beacon, you know. They didn't find him, and then they couldn't find him in the fog. And then they find him. They find the boat flipped over. That's all. Flipped over boat with no motor on it. The conditions were supposed to be like 3 foot seas and 10 knot winds. It's nothing a kayak can't handle. I don't want to speculate on all the terrible things that might have happened. We're just praying that they find them on shore now. Uh-oh, it's starting to snow here again. That's all I need. Heavy snow. It sticks to my windshield. I can't see. Look outside. Gotta try it out here. I gotta give it a shot. I'm not catching anything inside water. Give it a shot out here. Come back in if we don't catch her. It gets too rough. It's almost already too rough with the snow. The addition of the snow hitting me, I'm like, man, I didn't listen to the radio. Let's listen to the, well, the problem with onshore is it's a dang blasted desert down there. It's like something out of the Westerns. You know, you see the Westerns where the cowboy is dying of the heat and the desert in Mexico. And that's exactly what it looks like down there on the beach. It's hard rock and sand and like nothing is green. It's totally dry. I mean, I'm sure if you were shipwrecked on the ocean, you'd want to get on the land, but man. Yeah, 4 inches is what I use. Big sea out here. I don't know about no 5 foot. Looks pretty reasonable on the phone. In person, it's pretty big. But it's calm enough. I don't even have my stabilizers out yet, and you can see like the background, everything is sitting pretty. It's not jumping around or flipping back and forth. It just seems like sometimes they work really good. I usually like to use bait, a spoon, or a rubber hoochie, but sometimes those things are on fire. And then they don't get tore up. They last like almost indefinitely until you lose it. Yeah, we got some swells out here. The place I want to go fish is like right on the, it's right in a spot where the waves get kind of big too. We'll try it. Pretty soon I'll be able to put my gear down here. Yeah, I got the aim and out flasher out. I got a spoon on it. I haven't put my hooks down yet, Shannon, but we're on the ocean bar. We're getting close to the spot. Getting real close now. It's all right here. A little bit of snow, light wind, and about 6 to 7 foot swells here. You can't really see it on the can't see it on the phone, but they're in there. Catching Alaska! I'm gonna try the line. I'm almost out to the ocean now. I'm gonna try the winter boundary line area. Nobody's fished it this month yet. I don't think anybody fished it last month either. Maybe one guy did. And then he quit fishing. I'll tell you what. Usually in November, middle of November, it's time to come out here and take a look. If we get the weather to come out, it's worth looking. Come out and have a quick look around here. It's snowing. Yeah, a lot of times there are big kings out here. Like back in the channel where all that herring is, a lot of times you catch all those little tiny ones, like lots of them. But out on the ocean bar, they don't hang out. I think the lingcod would eat them if they were hanging out, so they don't hang out here. Sometimes you get a couple of them, but not like back there. Yeah, this is the best weather forecast we've had since I can remember. 5 foot and 10 knots for the bay. This is really on the edge of the ocean, but like I've learned that it's kind of a blend between the ocean and the bay forecast. I've learned if I want to go fishing, I don't listen to the ocean forecast in the wintertime because it's always terrible, pretty much. Listen to the bay and then poke your nose out, and it's no good to go back up in the bay. It looks quite a bit bigger than 5 foot, I'll tell you that. But the wind is light, so got that going for me. Pretty soon I'm gonna set my gear out here. I gotta throw my stavies in and then I'll set the gear. We'll give it a shot. Nobody's been out here. I don't see any birds. I don't see any feed. That's alright. I've caught them out here and you don't see anything. You just catch king salmon. Back up inside and that around those channel markers, you really need to see a lot of herring or you won't catch anything. Out here on the ocean bar, you can just catch fish sometimes. The bait fish come around in the spring. Hey, when are you going fishing again, Wyatt? You gonna go back out on the troller or is he taking a break or what? You gonna get your skiff running? I want to see some videos, just cell phone recorded videos if you take your skiff out if you can't stream. I don't know, man. When I was running a charter boat, I ran about 2.3 to 2.5 knots. We didn't do all that much salmon fishing though. As much as I could get away with, but people mostly just want to catch a halibut. This weather is really borderline with what I want to deal with. It always seems to be like that. Freaking big snowflakes coming down. I'd rather have light snow like this, as long as it's not accumulating on my windows. It's better than rain. Yeah, you know, we don't have all that much big current and tide rips around Yakutat. It's not that much. Oh my goodness, it's getting rough. The snow squalls carrying with it a little bit of wind. I'm gonna put my stabilizers in. Why don't you guys hold on a second? I don't want to get distracted with the phone out there and then fall in the water because there's going to be snow on the deck and stuff. Let me just pause for a second and go out there and put my staples in. It's a little bumpy. I'll be right back. Dangerous. Hold on. I got her on, sitting on whoa, man! There's nothing on sonar. Nothing. I wanna go. I want to fish this, but I'll probably come down, drag this like this, and then go over here. I'm probably gonna put my gear out right now because it'll get rougher down there by the ocean. Daggone stabilizer got hung up on the bulbs again. Only one of them. See if I can fix it real quick. Pull the stupid thing back in. Getting way rougher out here. Freaking ocean. Way rougher out here. That's why we don't like to come out here. It's just terrible. They fish and stuff like 10 times worse than in Sitka. Every day they go out, it's 10 times worse than this. Nice thing about Yakutat. It's pretty bad right now. In comparison with the size of my boat, this would be like, if I was in a 50-footer down in Sitka, this is about the same as what they do. Alright. See if we can get our gear deployed here without disaster. Grab some herring. Where we're using 4 herring at a time. Get our 4 herring. There. I'll put you guys right here. That way. Get out of the way. my herring a ways up from the bottom out here. I got a feeling there's not going to be any fish, so we'll put it in the regular spot. Over the bottom. Get a link cod or something hooked up, you know. Break the hook. Give it a try. Big spoons could be really good out here, and they could be a problem with the link rod. Definitely caught fish at worst. what? The water looks okay. Kind of like it. I like to run my floats a little closer out of the bar. That's a dead calm. I need to run closer down. The water's not bad really, it's okay. Okay conditions. Kind of stacked up a little bit. The waves are right on top of each other. They're not real big. No white caps to speak of. See if there's any kings. I got the gear in, let me show you what I'm talking about here. There's something here, but it ain't too bad. Pretty reasonable. Yeah. Alright. Woo! I am right on the location of the fish too. Here. Wow, the tide's ripping out. Nothing yet. We're on the drag edge of it. I almost feel like staying away from the reef a little bit to keep my baits away from the lingcod and the rockfish. Sometimes at this time of year there's no fish, so you don't have to worry about them. Darker out. I don't like that. It's later in the morning. It's still morning before noon, but the sky's getting darker. Never a good sign. We're rolling with quite a bit of bait for the bar. We got our back bay shallow set up for the bar. It should tease up something. Something ought to bite this herring in here. What's up, Trev? Oh, Becca! Hello, Becca! Good to see you, Becca! Created Becca! We're on the ocean today! Yeah, the 360 cameras are pretty cool, aren't they? Oh, there's the white cap. Oh my goodness, hold on, the big wave! What the hell, man? Everything was fine. Ah! Hold on! Why? The tide is running against the swell, I guess. Holy mackerel. That's pretty intense right there. Real steep 5-footers, just real steep. Coming right at me, man. I'm right on the edge of the bar there. Hold on, Felicia! I haven't had any kind of weather in so long, it's like, man. It's alright. I'll keep going. Oh, it's okay. It's just 5-6 footers right here. They're kind of like real close together. I need money! Come on! We're out here to make money. Not driving around endlessly without catching anything. This is good weather. That's just a little rogue wave there. It's fine. When the waves get really big, I don't go anywhere near that spot because sometimes they break right there. Right here and a little bit to the southeast of here is even worse. Because the reef's real shallow, so the waves get, they stand up at the edge of the reef. I'm still kind of in the wave zone, but they're not big enough to break, and not like full curl kind of deal. They do though, when it's over like 13 foot, they'll break like, you know, like surfing style out here. I've been close to it. I mean, we fish out here sometimes. If the wind's not blowing, we'll fish out here in big seas. In the spring, when the money's real good. No, I'm not going out in 20-foot seas, man. The thing about the way they measure the seas is they measure it so they draw a flat line across the ocean. So like imagine the ocean's flat. That's where the line is. So everything that comes above that line, that's the measurement. But when you're in a boat, you know, as the wave goes up, the wave also goes down. So when you're down at the bottom of the trough looking up, a 5-foot wave is more like 10 foot. So you got to remember that. So a 20-foot wave is actually 40 foot up when you're looking down. When you're in the trough, you're looking up. Because they measure it at sea level, and the waves are going up and down. So I don't know if you follow what I mean, but nobody wants to be in a salmon trolling boat in 20-foot seas. That's not fishable. That's not even close to being fishable. That's preposterous, white gorilla. My limit is 13 foot. I don't go out if they say it's going to be 13 foot. And it's got to be light wind or no wind to even try it. Like I said, you got to be careful the waves break on that bar. When it gets nasty, everything starts breaking. But like on the shallow spot there, when the waves are really big, it's like you know, the wave comes up and it goes the whole thing. I don't know. 20, 30 foot waves coming up. Like I said, when you're in the trough and you look up, they're pretty big. Of course, the place where the fish congregate the most is the roughest spot, right around the point of this reef where the current comes down and the other current goes like this. The two currents meet in the corner of the reef. That's like the best spot. It's also really rough. I'm going to try the northern lip of the reef first, then I'm going to head that way. It's not too rough. I'll go down there. There we go, we got one. We got one on. Here he is. We got him go. We got him hit that thing. We got one. Let's go get him. First bar king of the year. Woo, 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 woo. Woo! That's what I'm talking about on the Emerald. Got him on the old 5.5 Emerald with the black hook. Down a little bit deeper. He was on the bottom hook. We were in 80-something feet of water. Let's drop it down one more notch. Yeehaw! Hatchery fish. We need some more hatchery fish around here. Ouch. There we go. What's up? What's up, man? On the spoon. First fish on the spoon. That's a good sign. That didn't take long at all. That did not take long at all. Kind of rough is the only problem. No trash fish either, just king salmon. Oh, the old cap. I forgot to make a short of that one. Pretty good bite. Next time. I don't have my tote, so I had to put him in my fish hole bleeding. It's gonna bloody up all my ice. What ice I've got. It's not very much. I got him near the corner of that reef. Right where the daggone waves are the worst. Well, they're pretty bad out here too. Nothing like the smell of king salmon in the morning. It smells like apples, like green apples. Sometimes there's a whole bunch of them on this. There's like a flat out here. It's got a ridge that drops off out up into the main bay, and it's like a flat part of the bar. Rock piles on either side, and there's like a half-mile flat. I've done really good this time of year on that flat. I'm trying to get out there now. It can be kind of rough out there though. It's pretty far from shore. Weight, the salmon is about 10 pounds. 10 pounds dressed. For those of you who have been following along, that was a long wait before we got that hit. We've been waiting for ages. This is day 4. Finally, we got one! Thank God. Hopefully it won't take 4 days before we get another one. One fish is not enough to ship. They need like 5 or 6. We got 5 more to go here. Get them a shipment. I think another fisherman went out today. I seen where they drug their tote, their drag tote. I seen where they drug it down through the snow. I think Glenn went out. He'll probably get some in the back bay. He fishes real shallow along the mainland, probably where it'll go. Today's the day. Well, we made it out on the ocean. That's a good start. And we found one around, so like, show you here. This whole reef area here, you know, we caught one right here, but this whole thing, if they're gonna be around this reef, they'll probably be in here too. And with the land is right here, so this is fishable in some pretty rough weather. Way out here, not so much, you know. Out here is open water, and it's real rough, like here and on the corners there, up there, and up here is real rough. And obviously that's further and further offshore, but like, it could be particularly rough in those couple of areas. Like everywhere else, it's pretty hunky-dory, 5-foot seas, and then right around the corners where the current is rushing out and the waves are coming in, it could be a lot worse. Usually fishing, if you can get out further, we go out further. Everything seems pretty chill, so I'm gonna keep heading out. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too, Darren. I don't have very long to fish though, I don't think so. Yeah, we do. Why? That's what they call it, the racetrack. That reef I just showed you where I caught the fish. That's called the racetrack because boats will go around and around. You get a whole bunch of boats and they all go around and around it. That's the racetrack. Some boats troll faster than others. There's like traffic jams, people yelling at each other, people going the wrong way. It's like people come out in the spring. Sometimes in the winter too, if the fishing's real good, they'll come out. But like nobody's fishing at all right now. It's normal that we don't come out here in the fall. It's too rough. Starting around this time of year, the weather will break and the fishing's pretty good. People will come out. That's a good start. You get one right away like that. Yeah, I got one. Got one. Got one. Got one. Yeah, I should have had Holly drop me off, but I thought I didn't have my coffee ready, so I just the coffee wasn't ready, so we took the car, and now we gotta take her, go get her. She says she can walk home. It's like maybe a mile back to the house if the fishing's really good. Seeing a little bit of feed on the bottom, that's good. I'd rather it had been a wild fish. There's usually more wild fish, but it's also good that there's hatchery fish because there's a lot of those too. You get some hatchery fish around, you can expect to catch hatchery fish, you know. Put out millions of them, so if they're around here, it's a good sign. Nance Adrian, thank you so much. Back in the day, yeah, we got one. Thank you for support. Thank you, JK. Thank you, back in the day. We're out here on the ocean today, rocking and rolling a little bit. It's not too bad, really, but not too bad yet. Water looks okay. I've been once you, every step of the way. A lot of times I couldn't communicate. All right, that's good. Well, we're out here. I'm headed west, further offshore. I'm about 4 miles offshore right now, I guess. 3.5 miles. Let's see what we get. I'm definitely prospecting, and then like I said, I've had some really good experience catching fish in this. I'm in the area now, right in here. Sometimes you can just go back and forth and tear them up. And then there's a rock pile over here that holds king salmon really well. The further out you go, the better the fishing is generally. Not always, but we'll go try around this rock in the middle of the, it's called Fraggle Rock. It's like, comes up to 56 feet or 57 feet. It's like 70, 80 feet all around it. It's right in the middle of the ocean bar here. I'm not going crab fishing in the Bering Sea. I'm old, man. I'm planning my retirement now. Not planning to go to the Bering Sea. There's a big difference. You know, I'm buying Bitcoin and Walmart stock. I'm not trying to go crab fishing. Oh my goodness. That's it? Just that one? Yeah, I hope I got some money in retirement. My wife's got some retirement. I don't have any. I just started investing like 3 or 4 years ago. It's sad. Because I always worked for myself pretty much, or worked for companies that didn't have any retirement. It's a tough life being a fisherman. We got to keep fishing. That's for sure, Darren. I heard they're building a new pipeline now, a liquid natural gas pipeline. It would probably, I should probably renew my license because I have a 50-ton rating, and see if I can get a job running a boat for the pipeline, because I think it meets the ocean. I'm sure they have some job position for someone to run some kind of boat around the thing. Because in that field I have qualifications, and it's just like a degree in in education, where you get more money with your degree. I could get a lot more money. Other than fishing out in the workforce, my qualification is the captain's license. So it's real. If I could get in on that pipeline, they always pay they call it bacon wages. It's ridiculous money. I'm trying to be smart about investing now into my IRA while everything was shut down in the government. I'm hoping that Intuitive Investor app, made a good decision with the money. Put it in right before it reopened. Just a little bit here and there. Yeah, I want to see if I can get that boat I went on vacation on. It's 150 tons. I was going to see if I could get the captain to write my ticket for the 7 days I was on it last year, and I could get 8 days next year. So that would be 15 days of sea time on well, actually it counts for more than a day if you're on it overnight. It's like a day and a half or something they give you. That would count towards my 100-ton. Really, they want you to have a 100-ton license. Like a 50-ton is kind of halfway there. It's good, but it's not a 100-ton. What's up, that fishing channel? Good day. We got a fish finally. I'm gonna go out there and clean that sucker before we get back to the next spot. I guess maybe they're not gonna be on that flat. Hopefully we get them around this rock pile. Problem around these rock piles is there's so much bycatch. Daggone lingcod stuff will tear me up. I might just stay on the northern edge of the reef. The northern edge of the reef, in the winter time, there's not too many lingcod usually. Sometimes they're in here. The lingcod are like a nightmare, man. Yeah, we had instant results on the bar there. We found nothing. But that's okay. That's a good sign right there. Hopefully we'll get some more out here. Go to this next rock pile, and if they're not in the next rock pile, we'll go back to that spot where we caught the fish. There's we got fish there all day, all around that reef. Usually if you get one, there's at least 3 or 4 more out here in the same area. Sometimes there's 30 or 40 more. weather's real nice out here. Laid down again after that snow squall went away. Down to like 3 foot. Beautiful. I even brought an extra coffee today. Show you what I'm looking at. I was hoping they were going to be on this bar right here, but we're going to go around this, make a loop around this thing and see. That one, that rock, that's called Fraggle Rock, that little blue patch there. Just to the south of me here is the open ocean and the 50 fathom line, but we're not allowed to fish it. Down in Sitka, they're allowed to fish out the 50 fathom line, but not here. Hit the gold and silver emerald. Oh, thank you so much. Woo! Yeah, thank you. That helps with the pain and suffering I experienced over the last 4 days not catching anything. Thanks, Teriel. Ow, got me the bucktail and I covered the buck. We'll keep going. Go to Fraggle Rock. Don't see anybody else out here doing that stupid stuff. I'll tell you what though, if I bring back 20 salmon and bring 20 salmon back and then you come out here after a few days, there'll be boats. They're all waiting for something to happen. They don't want to come out here and look. They're waiting for someone to back for the report. And they'll come out naturally, and yeah, midwinter people will make a trip out, and starting in late February they come out because it's always good. I've never seen it not catch in March, and April is the definite catchy time. Winter time is the drag. Times with no fish or a couple fish. Conditions are bad. It gets cold. Things are frozen. Late winter, it starts getting really good around here. Same thing in Sitka. Sitka hit them really hard in January, like 4 years ago. They set records in January. They caught so many. I think part of that is because there's so many fishermen now trying to get them. They're not getting, we don't get the quota in the summer, so they got to go try and get them in the winter. This year they might try even harder because there was no real jump salmon fishing that I know of. People need money. starting to get close to that rock pile now. Nothing over the, we got that fish in like 80 feet of water on the edge of that other reef, and then nothing over the over that flat where I was hoping they'd be. Because it fishes, when they were in there, it fishes really well, but nothing. We might have to shallow up and drive over the rock piles. Come out, 95 feet deep. Start getting shallower soon in here. Good area right here. Once we get back up at 80 feet, look for the bite. Notification. Coast Guard's testing their transmitter, that's good. Means I can get them on the radio. EIS, we finally got one fish, man. We just made it out to the ocean entrance here, the boundary line, the border for the winter fishery. We're fishing out on the bar for finally, first time this season. We got one right away, and then we just went over this deeper structure where I was hoping they'd be. Nothing on the deep part. Getting ready to hit the next rock pile now. Got one, about 10 pounds. Yeah, we'll get to 10. Give it time. Maybe not today, but it's coming. There's always a hit before Christmas, that's what they say. There's probably something on this rock pile. It might just be lingcod, rockfish, 15-pound king salmon. Let's find out. We're almost there. I like it. We saw a little pile of feed back there in that other reef. That's what we want. We want just little balls of feed. We don't want bait fish everywhere scattered out on the bottom. We want them just a little bit's good. I think that was the problem up on the pinnacles. It's too much feed. Looks better in here. Alright, we're back into 80 foot of water here, 85. Yeah, they could chase my hooks. No, I don't know. just kind of doesn't look right on the sonar up there in the middle of the bay. It's like too much, too scattered out. Every time I see that, it's not good. I want it to be either like red or yellow and red balls of feed, like balled up, or a little bit of feed. But when it's everywhere, just kind of scattered out, usually not good. For the king salmon anyway. It kind of coalesces in the fall. It's real heavy in the channels up the bay, and then in the winter time it starts to disappear. Fish get hungrier. The ones that are around are hungry. You can expect there to be some fish around on the bar. Sometimes they're not around, but after November they are. Unless it's going to be just a horrible year. That happens. I've seen it before where it's really, really bad. Usually it's because of the weather we can't get out. We'll see. Another thing I notice is it'll be like there's no fish, you know, there's no problem with the lingcod population, like where there's a big lingcod population, right? There's a pretty big rockfish population here too. So when there's no fish, it's like all the fish went somewhere else. That they all go out in the ocean. We're not allowed to chase them out there. We got to stay inside the bar. So we wait until they come back in. And sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not. In the spring, they tend to be here on the regular. Like for sure, they'll be here in February, March, April. I got it on the 5.5 gem. It's the new version of the old emerald spoon. Golden chrome. Jumped right on, had it all the way in its mouth. There we go. 79, 78. I guess that's my point. Sometimes you get a few kings when it's like there's no lingcod or rockfish around, but typically when the fishing's good, you got to fight through the lingcod. It'll be like, you know, 5 lingcod to 1 king salmon. It'd be nice if we could keep them in the wintertime. Not that the buyer wants them, but yeah, they're a real pain in the butt to get off the hook. Yeah, I hate me some lingcod. Unless they're paying $2 for them, then I like them. I got one fish. Kind of caught it right off the bat, and then we've been trolling for like 30, 40 minutes. Haven't got anything since. Kind of just got to another fishing area here. Yeah, let's see what happens. There's lots of options to try different things out here. I could keep trolling west or turn back around and go where I came from. I could get shallower. I could try shallower. I could go deeper on the outside edge. Kind of marking a lot of something on the screen. I guess it could be feed. I was thinking it was interference, but maybe it's mass bait fish. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely better than yesterday. Thanks, EIS. See you later. Well, if they're not biting, it'll make it easier for me to clean that one. Gotta clean that sucker. I'm gonna work my way around this rock pile and then head back over the other side, I guess. We don't get nothing. Well, we came over here on the north edge of the reef. We'll go back on the south line, right on the border of the closed water. Run the line back to the outside edge. Also probably around the tide change, isn't it? I don't know. Seems like it's still going out. barge and tug are coming in. See the barge coming. They try going back the other way. Sometimes they're real partial if you go one way or the other. If they go one way the whole time, they try going back the other way. A lot of rockfish and lingcod in this one spot. Getting ready to go over. Be surprised if we don't get some kind of bottom fish. They bring whatever people pay for them to put on the barge. They bring groceries and cars and construction equipment, heavy equipment. Pay for them. They come up from Seattle, and then they stop in Juneau, Haines, and then they come up Yakutat, and they go to whatever's north of here, I don't even know, west of here. They end up going to Anchorage, I guess. They don't come down from Anchorage, they go out sea, and then go back to Seattle or whatever, or back to Juneau. So we can only order stuff from southeast, we can't order stuff from Anchorage to bring down, only up. Once a month the barge comes. More fish. Come on, what the heck? Run, boneless salmon, I don't believe it. Where's the rest of the fish? fishing bar today, fishing the border. We got one right away and then nothing. But we kind of left the area where we caught the fish. We're gonna roundabout way make our way back over there. I'm checking some different areas on the bar here. I'm gonna get past the tip of this one rock pile and then watch it for lingcod bites. If they don't bite, I'm gonna go clean that fish. Those lingcod can bite real subtle, and if you don't get them off the line, they break your line. You just gotta grab it and then lay there. You can see the spring it'll twitch once and then just lay on it, and they start spinning, and the big ones will break your line after they spin it. They bind it up, break it off, or bite it off, or whatever. There's no fish around on sonar. There's no lingcod or rockfish. It's like I was saying, you know, you worry that there's no king salmon left in the ocean, but it's not that. There's just, the fish aren't in right now. All the fish are offshore. Once they start coming back, the kings will be with them. They're just not here right now. There is no fish. But even so, we should be able to pick off a few, you know. We got one. There's probably a few kings scooting around out here. We'll see what we can do with them. But like, you know, when there's a bunch of fish around, I would already had to de-hook a fish from every one of my hooks by now. Those bottom fish get on all the bottom hooks. They're not in right now. I got a 21 pounder this year. I don't know about the summer fish. I didn't have them separate them out. But as far as the winter, 21 pounds. I think the biggest one I got last year was 20 pounds, so we got one bigger already this year. Looks like I'm pretty much on a collision course with the barge. That figures. I think we got past the spot where all the lingcod like to hang out. There was no fish in there at all. Therefore, it's now time to go clean our salmon. Let's go get that thing cleaned up so we don't have to worry about him spoiling back there. Clean our salmon and then we'll come back to searching for fish. There's lots of optimism here. We got one. There's all kinds of, you know, different spots to fish and the different tides coming and, yeah, different depths we can try. But we put one in the boat right away, so there's that whole area where I caught that one. You know, it might be where there's holding fish right now. Fish is good in the evening over there. Go clean this one up and then we'll get back to looking for the fish. First, let's take care of the one we got so we can get our money's worth out of it. Get our number one quality. Real nice out now. It's a little bit breezy this morning. It's got real nice now. How nice it is. Nice fat little 30-incher here. Oh, slime me. Don't slime me like that. He's got a little mark on him. The new fish buyer will probably try and number 2 it. Ray's living. I'll raise heck over that. It's not a number 2 fish. not here. Oh, look, he's got something in him. He's got a little cod in him. Over here, so I'm over here. Back to waiting. Got that one on ice, literally. Put him right on the ice. Belly pack him later. Woo! Is Lee fishing? Oh, that tree stand again! Dang on, barge is coming. Gotta work around this barge here. Coming through, probably coming through at 20 knots here. Gonna make a turn, let him come on by. Turn up the base so he knows that we see him. Must be screwing up what? Oh, well, yeah, probably is. Like this, you know, the Starlink aiming at different places in the sky all the time. Figures the one time I want to come out here and go, there's a barge in my way. Yeah, right, lugging his motor back. I doubt it. I guess they're gonna do some kind of investigation into like what went on with the boat. Maybe they can tell if the motor like pulled off its mounts or if a shark bit the thing or what, you know. Got any bullet holes in it? I don't know. I think there might be some stuff that would be better not unseen out there. You could run into some bad stuff. Down to 3. I bet the